are following up this morning on the state of education and these school closures.
So we told you last week how the Phoenix Elementary School District is considering closing 2 schools, all because of funding problems. And the decision is creating a lot of concern for families.
Our Jamie Warren live this morning. And Jamie, you have heard from so many families. This truly is emotional.
Yeah, good morning, Kaylee and Nick. This school has been around for a very long time, and I had a parent reach out to me after he saw my reporting on this issue last week. We're talking about Heard Elementary School. This would impact over 400 families in this district, and this parent tells me he really wants to be an advocate for all of those families. Emotions ran high at a meeting last week about potential closures in the Phoenix Elementary District. And today,
we felt kind of blindsided by it.
Paul Booth, who volunteers his time representing his local neighborhood association, has created a petition that, as of Thursday, had over 400 signatures working to save Heard Elementary. It's where his child would be going once he's old enough, and where many in this historic neighborhood not far from downtown Phoenix already attend.
There's various backgrounds, but a lot of them are still trying to learn the English language, become proficient in English. There's higher poverty levels.
That is why Paul says he wants to know why Heard was chosen, as opposed to some of the other schools in the district. Why do you think they're making this decision?
I think that they're allocating too much to some of the schools that don't need as much as others. And I think that they don't want to have to change those programs. They don't want to have to cut some of those programs. And it's easier for them to just get rid of the school that actually needs the most help.
To say that we care more about those programs than we do about others, I don't think is a just statement.
I asked Superintendent Dr. Deborah Gonzalez if more money was being spent on some of the district's other schools with more unique programming, like their Montessori school, as opposed to Heard.
No, in fact, I know that that's not the case. In fact, when we have students with higher poverty, we get a better influx of income from federal title grants, and we're eligible for other grants.
She says one of the reasons Heard is being chosen is because they believe neighborhoods in this area aren't attracting more families in the long run. Right now, the plan is if students already walk to Heard every day. She says they will now be allowed to walk right next door to their magnet school that's steps away. Students who usually take a bus to Heard will be bused to Capital Elementary, which is 2.5 miles away.
We know it's difficult. We empathize with that, but if we don't close schools, we're looking at the opportunity to have to cut after-school programs, preschool programs.
But for Booth, he believes the changes might make more students leave the district altogether.
People in this neighborhood are not going to send their kids to Capital downtown when there's Osborne School District, Alhambra. I don't feel like closing schools is a long-term solution. If we work together as a community, I think we can save Heard.
So the district tells me that closing this school would save them about $2 million. If it does not close, they tell me they'll need to cut about $12 million elsewhere. That math has been a little confusing for some of the parents like Paul, who you heard from there. And it is a little complicated, to be honest with you. So when I spoke with the superintendent, I asked her if parents were going to be able to really see a full budget breakdown. How much money is going into all of these schools? How much money is going out of all of these schools? She told me they are working on that at the district. They're hoping to give some clarity to families at the end of this week. In the meantime, they're holding a public meeting here at 5:15 tonight where families can weigh in. There is no vote on this just yet. They will be voting on this in the beginning of March. Kaylee and Nick, I'll send things back to you.
And Jamie, we talk a lot behind the scenes as moms, right? It can be confusing with math because we're talking about numbers and kids and families and love and community. So I'm sure that there will be no shortage of opinions tonight, and you can see why these families really want and need answers. Thank you.